Hello friends, it's Sherry. How you doing today? Welcome to my channel and thank you so much for joining me. I'm here working on making some of these little booklets. I had put one in each of my December dailies that I made for other people, in the past few weeks, or I guess they were done by the just around Thanksgiving. So it's been, I guess, a week or two now. But anyway, so I had put one of these little booklets in each one. It was just kind of a spur in the moment thing that I made because I don't know, it just came together. I just fool around and it came together. So I wanted to make something, a little booklet, and then I just grabbed these brown envelopes. So I made another one, because I didn't have any more. I had just made those two. And I said I would come back and, do a little like craft with me and show you what I did. So it's super, super easy, but I think there's just kind of, pretty cute and really handy little notebooks. You can use it as a separate notebook or put it in a journal depending on how fat you want to make it. But this is one I just made just now to show you as a reminder of what I had made. So on those, the ones I put in my December dailies, I use actual old vintage photographs, and that's what I was going to do just now. But then I realized I have all these cute little printables that I had printed out for. They were leftovers from a Shabby Dabby Doo design team project that I had done. So yeah, they're super cute, and I have a few here of this size. So I thought, well, I've been having them sit here that I keep telling myself, I gotta do something with those. I gotta do something with those. And I was like, oh, let me use these. And look how cute that is. That's a printable from Shabby Dabby Doo doll. So cute. So it's the same thing that I did, but I used a printable instead of a vintage photograph. But you can use whatever you want as your focal point. So that's not really the point. It's just the point is this time I thought, why not go ahead and use some of these up so I don't have to have them sitting here and just, not being used. So all I did to make these, you can see, it's super simple. I really just wanted to, I love coffee dyed paper. I really, really, really love coffee dyed paper. It's like probably my favorite paper. Besides scrapbook papers, pretty scrapbook papers. So I just put that in here. I sewed it in. So I was going to show you how simple this is. So I just use these envelopes. What are these, 9 by 6? I think. Let me measure real quick and we'll confirm that. Yeah, 6 inches wide by, if you fold the flap down, they are 9 inches. Yeah, 6 by 9, 9 by 6, whatever. So I had got this pack at Walmart. I was getting them at Dollar Tree, like 6 for $1. And I realized they actually had them at Walmart they're under $1, the 6-pack. And then I saw this pack, and it's actually the best value for however many was in here. I don't know, you can see there's a bunch. I don't have the packaging anymore, but there's a bunch for a little bit more. And it's just, the per envelope price is, you buy the bigger package, it's a better value. So anyway, so what I did was just take my envelope, and you can put the flap in the front or the back. I kind of like it in the back, so I've been putting it in the back. And then you have a little pocket back here. You could make a pocket in the front if you wanted to open this up. I haven't been doing that. So I'm just using the pocket in the back. And you have that little clasp if you want to clasp it closed. And then the really convenient thing about using coffee dyed paper is that, this is 8.5 by 11 size paper. And in the little December dailies, I used, I think I only put 3 pages or 6 pages. I think I put 6 pages. So that is by 6 pages, I mean 6 pieces of paper, and then you fold them in half and you have 12, and then you count both sides and you have 24. So for this one, I wanted to see if it would let me, if my sewing machine would let me sew through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, more than I thought. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. That's what I thought it was. So if you notice, these 8.5 by 11. So we've got 8.5 this way, And these are 9 inches wide, so it's like perfect fit this way. So you're not having any cutting off anything here. It's just, you know, no scraps, no waste with this project. And then, so I took, let's see, I think I can do at least 2 at a time in my paper cutter. So I just took 2, say, and I didn't fold them in half because I don't want that crease right now. I just went like this, like folded it in half and made a little crease here. This is how I measure. Made a little crease there so I know where to cut. And then I just cut. There's a scrap piece of trash there. Yeah, then I just cut. So I just cut it in half. These 2 pieces of paper. And then, you know, again, no waste, no scraps. You have your perfect pages here. See that? For your little notebook. So that was 2 pieces, and I just need 2 more pieces, and I'll have enough. So it's 4 pieces. That's as much as my sewing machine will go through. If I try to put in any more, you know, like you can do this by hand, you know, with 2 or 3 pamphlet stitch or whatever. I just kind of like it's a little quicker just to sew it with the sewing machine. So I've been doing that. But so if you sew it by hand, you could get more paper in here if you want to. But that's as many as my sewing machine will go, you know, through without my sewing machine complaining. So I just been doing 4 sheets of paper cut in half. That gives me 8 sheets here, and I'm gonna just make sure I fold them in half evenly. So you got them like this. Make sure your ends are even here. And then you just, I kind of get the ends together and then fold instead of like just folding, because this way I know all my ends are even, and then I fold. That's what I did with that one. It worked out well. So that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm sticking to. So there we have our fold in our paper, our pages. And then I'm folding this in half. And you know, remember I said I like the flap in the back, but you can turn it around. Put the flap in the front if you want the pocket in the front. And this feels like 2. Nope, it's 1 envelope. It feels so thick. I guess it's 1. So, fold this in half. I'm kind of make a nice crease here without, you know, making a bunch of wrinkles or anything. Like it's trying to do on me right now. And so carefully fold that. So you have a nice fold. You could use your bone folder or even your scoreboard if you want to try to, you know, if you're not sure if you can get a nice fold. But it's been working out like this for me. Okay, so I've got my flap in the back, and see how our pages fit in here. Very nice, just like this. You see the little edge around the top and the bottom here. You see you've got an edge here. Got a little edge here, a little edge here, so it's like perfect. So I'm going to go sew down the middle, and then we're going to decorate the front, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just sewed right down the middle, and I did leave my strings, and I cut them off. I left about, what is that, about 2.5 inches, but you can leave them as long as short as you want, or cut them all the way off. I always do little back stitches on when I'm doing something like this, so I don't have to tie knots. So that's what I did here too. And I start, like I don't start with the pages, I start at the top of the envelope here with the stitching. I don't start like, see the pages are right there. I don't start there, I start up here. I just want it to, you know, all come together, and I don't know, I just feel like it's secure that way, and I do a little back stitch there, a little back stitch there, and I feel like it's secure. So, and now I just need a nice crease. I'm going to crease it again here since I sewed it, and then we're going to decorate. So it's just a simple decoration that I'm using. You can use whatever you want, but I just happen to have like, I love coffee dyeing things, so I have a stash of coffee dyed stuff. And I don't think I have, I did have some doilies in my shop, and I sold most of them, and this is what I have left, so I saved these for me. I believe, I don't think I have that listing in my shop anymore, just because these are believe it or not, these doilies right here, well, they have them online and on Amazon, and they also have these at Walmart in the wedding section. These same doilies, like 4-inch doilies. But the thing about these is they're not easy to coffee dye. They just don't like absorb it like a piece of paper. So it takes time. Like I have to coffee dye like at least 2 times. I think on both sides, and maybe even more if I don't think it's absorbed enough, you know what I mean? So it's not like, it just takes more time than I thought it would. So didn't really renew the listing because it's just, you know, I just don't think it was worth it for me to sell them, and for the amount of time it was taking. I think this one's, and the index cards too, that still might be a listing in there, but I might have taken that down too, because the same thing, this is cardstock and it doesn't absorb coffee like a piece of paper. So let's see, I think I'm gonna use, what did I use on here? I think I just used, since it's like paper to paper, I just used my art glitter glue. And see this nice coffee dyeing here? Yeah, but this is the same thing. It takes me 2 or 3 times to really get the coffee dyed color that I want. So it's kind of like not worth it for me to try to take that time and sell them, because, you know, they don't sell for that much, and it's really taken me a lot of time. To do it for myself is one thing, but to do it for a listing, it just takes more time than it's worth it. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, I guess that's to explain why I have them here. But these still might be on. I don't know if I took the index card, so if you want some index cards, you might check my shop. They still might be on there. And if they sell out, now I'll have to make some more, right, if it's still on there. But no, I don't mind making them. It's just that, you know, it just takes more time than I really have, is what it is. Okay, so I'm just gluing these down like this. So you can use whatever you want on the front to decorate one of these. But I'm just letting you know what I'm using. And for the doilies, I just kind of go around. I make sure I get the edges, you know, because it's got all these spaces on here, you know. So I get the edges, and then see how it has these little solid parts? I get those real good with some glue. And then I'm going to go around here, the edge of this inner circle. I already got in here. And then I kind of just go around and try to get it on this part too, the glue, because I want this all solidly glued down. So, and it usually works. This technique, it's not really a technique, but this usually works for me to get it all glued down. So there's kind of a little circle on this particular doily. There's kind of a little circle in between the circles. Like there's this bigger circle, and then there's a little circle. So I kind of get the little circles too, just to get as much glue on here as I can and get it all glued down. Let me get this middle again, because that's starting to dry. Okay, let's get it down before it dries. So I want this all on the envelope, so I kind of just put it to the edge there and to the edge up here. Because I want this to show as much as possible too, but you know, it's really under the picture or whatever your focal point is. Okay, let's get this all down. That's the middle, and now all this outer circle here. See how it's all glued down, solid and flat. All my edges are down. I'm going to be putting something over here anyway, but I just want to show you. Nice and glued down. Okay, so the next picture I had picked out, what did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. This one right here I thought would be cute, pretty. I did distress the picture on that one, so let's distress the picture on this one, because everything is coffee dyed, so you kind of like, I felt like I had to distress the picture, you know. I don't think I had distressed these. I just had cut these out, and then I had them extra. I didn't end up using them in the design team project when I used these for for Tina. It's Chevy Debbie Doo. Chevy Debbie Doodah. So about right there. And I'm going to do one more thing. I just thought of something else I wanted to do. Oh, and I was using Fabri-Tac on the picture just because it's, I don't know, you've got three levels of layers there, and I wanted just to make sure it got glued down over all those layers. So I used Fabri-Tac on the picture part of this. This is printed on file folder, these pictures. And I like printing on pictures on file folders because it makes them look kind of vintagey, because it's, it's already that manila color. So I kind of put it up a little bit from the bottom, not right even there, and kind of, I wanted some of the from the doily to show, and I want some of the, some of the index card to show. And so just glued it down like that, and let me press it down all over. Okay, let me make sure it's all down. So the other thing I was thinking of doing, which I forgot to do, I did make a little closure here, and I'll show you that in a second because I don't think I showed you that yet. I think we're done with the glue for the moment, so let me put all my lids on real quick. These do not dry out. Get in there, little pen. Fabri-Tac. I thought I might like to distress around the outside of this envelope. I thought that would look good. So let's try it. Let's see how it looks. I thought about also, I did want to do this for sure, and I forgot, but I also thought about decorating inside, inside the front and back cover. Now that we have a front and back cover, I thought about decorating that with some kind of paper, like music paper or something. And I thought the same thing about the very back cover here, but I kind of decided against it because I thought, well, I think I might put these two in my shop, and then whoever gets these can do what they wish with them. Like you can put these, like I did, in a pocket of a journal, or use them on their own, and then maybe they have an idea of like, what they want. And be like, maybe they don't want music paper, maybe they want coffee dye paper, or maybe they want some lined paper, or maybe they want to put another pocket on the back, or another picture, you know what I mean? So I thought I would leave it like this, and then they could either leave it like this or embellish it further, So I got some distressing going on here. I feel like I need to overlap it a little bit over the edges so it can be seen. I've got the thread here, so I don't really feel like this needs to be distressed over here, but put a little bit on there. So there we go with the distressing. I think that looks nice on the edges. Yeah, I like that. Kind of gives it a more, here's the difference. I don't want to get this all over the place, but see the difference? Yeah, I think it really makes a big difference, doesn't it? It's so, distressing. You can do a lot of it or a little of it. And did I put it on the back? Yeah, I did. Okay, so you can do a lot of it or a little bit, but a little bit, like this is, I consider this a little bit, and a little bit goes a long way a lot of times. So, and then, like I said, somebody could get this and decide to totally just put some more on there, but, I think it, as far as what I'm doing, I think I need to just, do a little bit. And I think it looks really a lot better with the distressing, actually, now that I've done it. So glad I did do that. Remember to do it now, okay? So, I hope you like this. I'm going to show you the closure in just a second. Let me just finish this distressing. I know it takes a minute. Yeah, I've been using I use these now, and they last a long time. I was using other things like a sponge brush. What else have I used? Kind of just used a sponge brush. I never bought one of those actual real distressing sponge thingy bobs. But I just didn't want to deal with that and replacing those sponges and stuff. So I tried the sponge brushes but they disintegrate after a while. The sponge on the sponge brushes, but this does not disintegrate. I mean, maybe after a really long while it'll wear out, but I think this is only my second one. And I bought a pack of these at Dollar Tree, and there's like so many in there that will probably last. Just even that one little pack will probably last forever. So I bought one at Dollar Tree, and then I discovered I had one in my makeup supplies, and I don't even really wear, I don't wear eyeshadow. I don't know. I guess I was thinking about, or maybe I wore eyeshadow once upon a time, like for a special occasion or something. And I had these in my makeup supplies, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have another pack of these. So now they really will last forever. But there we go. They really look good. Distressed. So I'm going to put these two in my Etsy. Maybe I'll put them in the same listing, and I'll call this, see how this says a Dixon's Stove Polish. So I'll put Dixon's Stove Polish on this one. And Blue Bonnet Lady. She's got pink flowers up here, but this part looks blue. So Blue Bonnet Lady and Dixon's Stove Polish Lady. But, oh, I was going to show you the closure. I just have these strips from my rag rug. Now, I washed my rag rug. Of course, over the years, this was a used rag rug. I washed it over the years, of course. And then when I took it apart, I washed these. See, these are all clean. Just a second. Sorry, I was almost done and I got a terrible tickle in my throat. Wow. Anyway, I was telling you that I have I have that rag rug, so I like using these strips for closures. Wow, I had to go get a drink. Sorry about that, guys. I just want to show you because this is, see how these are open. You know, you've got a lot of pages in there, really. So I'm just tying these off with some of this pretty fabric. You know, it's very vintagey looking. All these fabrics. Maybe they are, I don't know. Probably not. But I think they're cute on here. Just a little tie closure like that. You can put the bow over to the side. That's what I'm doing. And there you go. Cute little notebook. I think they're super fun to make if you want to make some. Or I'm going to put these two in my shop. And I might make some more. We'll see. I'm going to play it by ear. But I have a journal I want to work on. Or I have two journals I want to work on. So I'm going to be working on those too. Starting to work on those on my channel. So stay tuned for those. I can't talk now. And I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed these. And I really love them. I think they're super cute. Even though they're super simple, I think they're just super pretty. So I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching today. Have a great day and happy crafting.